Hi guys, welcome to another video. Hope you all had a nice weekend. Okay, so this is going to be another horror movie review video because I want to talk about a DVD that I watched just last night. Now this movie is from 1980 and it was directed by Raphael Delpard and it stars Isabelle Gogoué, Charlotte de Kirkham, Betty Beckers and Michael de Brain, and that is a movie. It's actually a French movie, this, guys, with English subtitles. That's a movie from 1980, Night of Death. Okay, guys, quite a rare one, this, actually. I discovered on Film Treasures. Okay, so as per usual, before I say anything further about the movie and, you know, give you my thoughts on the storyline as a whole, I'll just read you the synopsis on the back of this edition, just in case you're not familiar with this movie. Yeah, so Night of Death. There's something strange going on at Deadlock House, a secluded French retirement home. That's an appropriate name for a retirement home. If ever I've heard one, Deadlock House. The residents seem like nice people, but employees are disappearing and the whole place seems a bit odd. Now the boarders are vegetarian. The house director plays the same creepy tune on the piano over and over again, and one man in particular seems overly violent and aggressive. Now, unfortunately for Martine, Isabelle Gogoué, she's the main female protagonist. The new staff nurse, she's about to discover the horrifying secrets of Deadlock House. A secret so evil, she may not live to see the dawn. Now, as night falls, something evil walks the hallways, something with a taste for blood and human flesh. So there you go, guys. That's the synopsis for the 1980 French horror movie, Night of Death. Raphael Delpard directs this rare, underrated French horror classic, chock full of strange characters, surprising gore, and mesmerising atmosphere. I wouldn't disagree with any of those points, yeah. Okay then, guys, on to my thoughts on the movie as a whole. Oh yeah, what can I say? Thoroughly enjoyed this movie from start to finish. I'm not really normally a great fan of buying, too many foreign movies, but I saw this on, as I said before, I saw this movie on Film Treasures, and I thought to myself, that sounds good, 1980 and that, and it's kind of like a cannibal horror movie. I'll pick it up, and oh yeah, I wasn't disappointed, guys. I really enjoyed this, yeah. Okay, I'm just going to talk a little bit more about the movie, and then at the end of it, as usual, I'll give you the rating. So as I say, you've got the main protagonist, Martine. She gets this job in this secluded retirement home deep in the French countryside. She leaves her boyfriend and that, she leaves a note for her boyfriend saying, I'm taking that job up, what you were talking about in the French, the French retirement home. So that starts the movie off. And then when she goes to the home, she's met by the woman that's running the home. And at first, the woman's very curt with her. She said, you weren't supposed to start until tomorrow, and the girl just looks at her with her mouth open and that, she's very, very nasty and cool at first and that, and you're sort of like getting like unsettling vibes about this woman who's in charge of this home, yeah. So, but anyway, as the movie goes on, she gradually sort of like simmers down, if you like, in that, and just starts talking to the girl, ordinary and that, yeah. Apart from the odd snappish moments or two, yeah. So the girl takes up her job in the retirement home and that, and there's also another staff nurse working there, a co-worker, and she starts she strikes up a conversation with her as well, and talking about various things, boyfriends and that, but this movie, guys, goes down a very, very dark path, because there's something very strange about all the residents that are in the home. For instance, you've got this guy. He's always playing these strange practical jokes on Martine and that, and very, very odd and that, and then you've got a scene like where the two old men are fighting and that, and this guy is a kind of like a butler handyman. He reminds me of Lurch and that, because he greeted the girl when she first went to the home, to start her job and that. He reminded me instantly of Lurch and that, that sort of like sepulchral voice and that, and strange look and that. He sort of like separates the old man, but what he does, he gets this bloody chain and he starts whipping him and that, and this instantly arouses the vexation of Martine. She disapproves of it and that, yeah. So she admonishes him about his behaviour and that, all sorts of weird, crazy things going on in this movie, guys, I'd highly recommend, if you like your French horror movies, especially rare ones, I highly recommend you pick this Night of Death up. I thoroughly enjoyed it, yeah. And in some ways, it's got shades of Psycho, because at various moments in the movie, you hear the Bernard Herrmann kind of violin music, like dit 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 I thought to myself, they took inspiration from Psycho here, yeah. And then the other aspect of it that made me think of Psycho was the guy I was talking about before, like he's a butler kind of handyman, the Lurch character. He gets he puts this wig on, this sort of like he sort of like puts together a strange mannequin, you know, and he puts the wig on and that, you know, and he starts talking to it like, "Do you love me? Do you love me? Do you love me?" That it reminded me of that segment in the one of the anthology movies where Michael Jason and you know the Joan Collins one. Where Michael Jason takes a tree trunk into the house and puts it by the fireplace and says, "Do you love me? Do you love me?" Yeah. But getting back to this, guys, yeah. Oh, yes, some real strange characters in this, guys. Now, you know, I think it's quite original, this, because you don't really see all that many horror movies set in an old folks' home. I can only only two spring to mind. I think Cocoon was set in a whole old folks' home, wasn't it? It was all something to do with elderly people. And then there was the one... Lake Phases, that was the werewolf one, wasn't it? Yeah, I think that was set in an old folks' home. Yeah. But anyway, getting back to this, guys. Oh, yeah, thoroughly enjoyed it, yeah. And all my days, when this character, as said before, he's like Lurch, he reminds me of Lurch. He's after the girl, no, well, he's after Martine later on in the movie, but first he's after the co-worker, you know, who's sort of like Martine started working with his, you know, big, like dual nursing duties. He starts saying to her, like, "Would you marry a man like me?" He said, "I'm not saying, would you marry me?" Oh, he's a real weirdo, you know. I'm saying, he said, "Would you marry a man like me?" And she buffs him all the time. She doesn't want to know. So basically, I won't give too much away, guys. You know, because it's a real good movie, and I'll tell you the main points in that, you know, give you an idea. One night she's asleep in her bed, this co-worker, I forget her name. Yeah, but anyway, she's sort of like, she was there before Martine came anyway, and she's used to, well, she thinks she's used to the residence. She's lying in bed and that, and she gets disturbed by these footsteps, you know, coming towards the door and that, and suddenly the door bursts open, and all the old elderly people are standing there. Oh, they're like zombies and that, they've got this weird look on their face and that. Wordless. They just come into the room, they grab the girl off the bed, she's screaming, "Get off me, get off me, get off me," and they strip her naked. Yeah, if you don't like nudity, you'd be more advice to turn your head away. Strip her of her clothes or a nightgown, put her onto this, drag it down to this kind of cellar, and it's like, it reminds you of a black magic ritual. And then what they do, they kill her, you know, they sort of like, they cut her open, you know, with this big, like, it's like a kind of ceremonial, I think it's a ceremonial dagger, something like a dagger instrument anyway. And then what they do, they gorge themselves on her innards and that. They pull her heart out, they pull her intestine. Oh, it's really gory, guys. Yeah, it's very reminiscent of George A. Romero's Living Dead movies, yeah. But these old people, oh, they're really strange and really, oh, really evil and really devilish and really, really ravenous cannibals. They really are, you know. When you look at them, you think they're just harmless old people. Oh, but my days, as this movie goes on, guys, do they show their true gory colours, you know. And oh yeah, the way they drag her out of her bed and that, you know, the poor girls, oh, she's terrified and that, you know. And so the next day, Martine notices like she's not there, so she goes up to the into the office of the, you know, the woman that's running it, and she starts querying the whereabouts of a co-worker, and she's a bit curt. Oh, I sacked her and that, you know, because she said she was going on about like, you know, I was getting her to train you up, and then after that, I had intentions to sack her. That wasn't the case, she said, basically. But she's sort of like, but later on, Martine spots the girl's suitcase there and that, you know, because, well, immediately suspicions are aroused and that. So, yeah, so the movie goes on to, you know, becomes a really dark, cannibal, gory movie, guys, and that, you know, and it's real creepy, you know, the retirement home, these long corridors and that, you know, and all these weird characters and that, you know, particularly that Lurch guy. Oh, he is a right weirdo, him, you know, and, but yeah. And even the, what's the name, saying before about the Lurch character whipping the old men with the chains. Even the governor has to go herself and that. I think she's about 50, in her mid-50s, so late 50s and that. And she starts getting the chain out and she starts whipping. Naughty. She starts whipping the Lurch character. He's all like, "Oh, yeah, leave me alone." And she's whipping and that, you know. You read into that what you will. Yeah, but yeah. So there was no nudity there. It was just the main one was the part where the co-worker got assailed by the elderly people and that, you know, as I say. But oh yeah, they really make a feast of her and that, you know. There's hardly any of her body left, you know. So I'm come to think of it now, when I said before about the Lurch character putting the wig on this like kind of strange little mannequin, I think that was the girl's hair, what they slaughtered and that, you know, the co-worker. Yeah, but anyway, oh yeah, it's just a great movie, this, guys. Yeah, but as I say, it might not be for everybody, because if you don't like horror, if you don't like foreign horror movies and you've got to read the words underneath, it might not be for you. But I'm really getting into them now slowly and that, you know. At first, very, very rarely I bought one. But the more of them I'm buying, I'm not really going mad on them, I'm not buying them all the time. But if I see one I particularly fancy, and this really hit my eye, from 1980, Night of Death. Oh yeah, no stupid teenagers in it and that, you know, larking around and that, dead serious, you know. And oh yeah, it's great. I love the cinematography, the creepy retirement home, and you know, set in the French countryside, you know. The girl driving along, going up the path and that, and the big gates and that, reminded me a little bit of a Hell House, you know, the movie and the haunting, yeah. But oh yeah, this is a great one, this, guys. If you like it, but you've got to like your cannibal movies as well to derive the maximum pleasure from it. I love this is one of the main pleasures of being a, you know, a movie buff, a horror movie buff, coming across little gems like this, Night of Death, and you know, it's great, you know, it really is. Since I've been collecting movies, I've been coming across some great little gems. I'd like to tell all you guys about, you know, what you might know. I don't think many people know about this one, Night of Death. I certainly didn't know about it until I seen it advertised on Film Treasures. So I thought to myself, I've got to get that, you know. It looks a really good movie, yeah, and I wasn't disappointed, yeah, believe me, yeah. So, but oh yeah, so many weird characters in this guy, but just can't get over the way that all the old people, they just sort of like walk, they all group together, and they just walk along the corridors in a big group, menacing and that, you know. Oh, it's really weird, you know. You want to watch the trailer of it, guys? You can get the trailer on YouTube, you'll see what I mean, you know, and they're really, you're really weird lot. And also, you've got this like kind of subplot that seems to tie into the main story, because like in the newspaper that gets delivered to the home, there's headlines about this serial killer killing women, stabbing them, I think it's stabbing them in the neck, and then you know, raping them and that, and killing them and that, you know, molesting them and that. So that makes you think, is this tied in to somebody in the home? So you've got that subplot running parallel to the main plot of Martine and her job in the you know, in the retirement home. But oh yeah, I really enjoyed this, guys. Yeah, another thing as well, guys. I was saying before about this movie's reminiscence of Psycho. There's also another top horror movie it reminded me of, and that is Rosemary's Baby. And what I mean by that is one or two of the residents supplying Martine with this strange, like, it's like a herbal brew and that, you know. They say, oh, you know, what is it? Oh, it'll do you good. It's good for your innards. So look, it looks as if like, well, if you've watched a lot of horror movies, you'll know. If there's a character in it that starts getting plied with mysterious drinks, it's not going to end well. You really get two words in your mind: fattening up, and that's what it seemed to be. They were fattening her up with some grisly demise and that. But I won't give away the ending, guys. You know, I'll let you get the movie for yourself and see what you think of it. But I really enjoyed it, guys. You know, and I'll definitely be keeping this in my collection. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, but as I say, you've got to like your you've got to be into your French. You've got to be into your French horror movies, or indeed any kind of foreign horror movie of this kind of like nature, you know, to enjoy it. But I thought it was great. It really was, yeah. So many things happening and that, you know, the old residents and that, you know, and and that old guy was saying about before, the weird tricks he was playing on Martine and that, you know, and he was getting like kind of a sadistically. He was laughing in her face and that, you know. So don't do that again, because he put a hand on her shoulder if you like some jump scares. It's peppered as well in this, guy's one or two jump scares, the hand on the shoulder, yeah. But he seems to be getting the sadistic kick out of frightening that, you know, playing these like, weird jokes on her, yeah. And as I say, like the governess, she's real dodgy character. The lady that's in charge of that's running the retirement home, you know, you get the feeling as you're watching the movie she's up to something really evil and sinister, yeah. But oh, guys, that scene, you know, it was really grisly when he dragged that poor girl out of her bed and that, you know, and it's. You know, it's like, as I say, it was like a black magic scene, what they done to it and that, yeah. But, oh yeah, I highly recommend this, guys, Night of Death, if you, as I say. It's on Film Treasures now, it's not too bad a price either. So if you go along to Film Treasures and type in Night of Death, I think they might still have some DVDs left, yeah. So, but yeah, I really enjoyed it, I really did, you know. And, but yeah, real creepy atmosphere and that, you know, and yeah, great watch from start to finish. And the main, I like that you were rooting for the main character as well, Martine, you know. You hope she'd get away in that, you know, because she's a nice sweet girl and that, you know, and you think, oh God, you know, the worst doesn't happen to her and that, you know, all the things that happen. I'm surprised actually she stayed in the home, you know, as long as she did, because, you know, seeing like the suitcase with a co-worker's initials on, suggesting that she was still there somewhere in the home, she hadn't left the home yet, whereas the governor lied and said she'd gone, she'd sacked it and she'd gone, yeah. So, oh yeah, this is a great one, this, guys, I really enjoyed it. It's a very unique movie, very well done, very well produced, and as I say, like it, I can't fault it at all. Yeah. All right then, guys, on to me rating now for the 1980 French horror Night of Death. No hesitation whatsoever. A full 10 out of 10 for Night of Death, because that's how much I enjoyed this movie. I really did, yeah. It was horrific, it was sinister, it was creepy, and one or two twists as well thrown in for good measure. Thoroughly enjoyed it, and it's going to take pride of place in my horror movie collection. And in regard to special features, guys, I'm not really in the way all that many special features. You've got like the anamorphic 1.66 widescreen version, French Dolby Digital 2 mono, newly translated, removable English subtitles, and chapter selections. That amounts to the special features on this one, guys. So yeah, I would have loved to got some commentary, but you never know if Vinegar Syndrome will pick this up at some stage, or even Arrow, and give it the release it really deserves on Blu-ray. Yeah. Oh yeah, as I say, like, I hope I discover, when I'm looking for rare horror movies, I hope I discover more like this, because I tell you, it's a real treat. You know, I'm watching so many bad ones and that lately, and that it's a real treat to get a movie like this, albeit it is foreign, but oh yeah, I really enjoyed it. Yeah. Okay then, guys, that concludes my review of the French horror movie from 1980, Night of Death. Have you seen this movie? What did you think of it? If you share my opinion, it's a great little French horror movie. Leave your comments down below. I'd be very interested. I always love reading your comments, guys, and I always love comment on your videos, as many as I can. And obviously, there's that many people I can't get round to. I just try and comment on as many as I can. Yeah, but oh yeah, feel free to, if you've seen it, feel free to tell me, you know, did you like it as much as I did? Yeah. All right then, guys, that's it. I love yous and leave yous all. Take care of yourselves, and it all going well. I'll be back again very, very soon. With another video. Take care, guys. Bye for now.